Still Shining Episode 8 Review. One last breakup. In the previous episode, Yuna keeps visiting her guest house as the ownership has transferred to her and Song-chan completely. However, her heart stays frantic given she needs to either give up on Taeseo or the guest house. Lee Suk-yoon Gyura. The series has 10 episodes, with 2 episodes dropping every Friday at 8:20 p.m. IST. Episode 8 starts with a flashback showing Yuna rushing to Yanwoo after her internship ends. She wishes to speak with Taeseo and clarify things. As she asks for a lift in a police car, she overhears an elderly couple speaking with the cop and asking him for help as their truck has got stuck in the ice. As the conversation proceeds, she learns that it is Taeseo's grandma and that they both could send off Taeseo since he's off to the military. On hearing this, she feels miserable as she could be beside Taeseo and it will take 2 more years for him to return. Also read, unmissable April 2026 K-dramas that are sure to take over your watch list. Back in the present, as Taeseo requests Yuna to rule out Tongyeong, she tells him that it is the right time to talk. She manages things at the guest house and returns to Taeseo's apartment in Seoul. Taeseo, who is heavily burned out due to both his grandma and brother being sick at the hospital, tries his best not to misjudge Yuna. Yuna asks Taeseo to meet her as she wants to talk to him. To her surprise, he drops by her guest house and she shows him around. She takes him to the flower field and explains about how she always feared the truck which was once in front of her guest house. She had issues with the land and the guest house was about to get demolished until now. She then plucks some flowers and gives it to Taeseo and asks him to keep them beside his grandma. Post this, Yuna spends most of her time at the guest house managing everything. However, life for Taeseo crumbles. His grandma's vitals fall, and his younger brother feels heavily useless. Taeseo decides to visit Yuna for comfort. At the guest house, Song-chan tells Yuna that he is going to move out of the guest house rooms, and he proposes a drink to celebrate their farewell. After he puts her to sleep and comes out, Taeseo witnesses it and mistakes it. Hearing Song-chan's ruckus, Yuna comes out, and both of them realize that the guy inside the truck is Taeseo. Devastated by what he saw, Taeseo does wish to confront but rather choose his family. As he leaves, Yuna collapses on the floor, breaking down as she fears he is going to leave. Song-chan, who realizes that she broke up with him because of Taeseo, tells her that she is worse than So-hyun and leaves brokenhearted. Yuna runs behind Taeseo's truck, but he has already gone too far. At the hospital, Taeseo sees his grandma fighting for her life. It is evident she is not going to make it. Seeing his younger brother and grandfather breaking down, Taeseo tries to stand strong. The next night, when Yuna rushes to Seoul and then to Yanwoo to find Taeseo and explain, the latter breaks up with her over the call, saying things are too much for him to handle. The episode ends with the two crying their hearts out. Why is this episode so emotional? Can this series for once chill out? Anyway, it's evident that both of them do love each other, but their timeline is messed up. Life is too hard on them, and they are way too fragile to handle their emotions. Hence, all they can do is just dump each other. But why? What does a relationship have to do with life's responsibilities? It's sad, though, that Yuna is fighting over her guest house, whilst Taeseo is burned out due to his family pressure.